Morning. Of course, when you listen to that montage, you know it's time to be our guest on family and values. Today is Healthy Thursday. How healthy have you been throughout the week? Facing the stress, the hustle, the going to work, the early morning, the coming back, the traffic, you know? You try to make sure you're balanced mentally, physically, and financially. So Monday throughout to Wednesday, we've been giving you a whole lot of ways on how to keep your year going. But today, you know, Thursdays are usually where we dedicate it truly to talk about health. And today is another day where we're going to be discussing health and everything that pertains to you concerning your health. My name is Joy Abu. Welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television, reaching for the stars. Of course, we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the Globe. And of course, please turn on your notification button on your Facebooks, on your IG page, and on your X page so that you can know once we pop up, you will get an idea that Family and Values is here. I'm not in the studio alone today. I have, before I introduce her, I know who you already know I'm going to introduce, but hold on first. Today she came in with this color of brightness. You know when they say, Lady in Pink. Good morning, Olori.
It's a beautiful morning to all of us out there who are just tuning in. It's your one-stop TV station whereby you get all that it has to do with your family very early in the morning. It's a breakfast program that you just have to key into. You need to tap from. You need to unveil yourself, you know, and not to miss it. Don't avail yourself the opportunity to miss it, but unveil to tap in and get those values that you might or you may have missed one way or the other. You know, we're not perfect, and every day we learn, every day we have new inspired moment to also tap into other people's wealth of knowledge. So it's Family and Value once again, and yesterday was going to the island, no big joke. But today is another beautiful day, and I'm sure we're going to have a bumper bumper episode.
Of course.
Joy.
Yes.
We are all in white.
No,
you know, when I saw this, I said, wow, the lady, black or white.
You know that? Yeah, you know that Michael Jackson song that is black or white.
So when I saw, I said, unfortunately, the kind of white I have is a pure white, not the kind of white Michael was saying. But irrespective, black and white is also a beautiful color.
You know, when I saw you, I was asking you, I said, what's the secret behind this pink brightness you're putting on everything?
And
you hope
I'm not going to change. I told you I wasn't.
And I asked you, and you said, no, you're not going to.
Thursdays, and healthy Thursday. So you need to
course.
look healthy. You need to bring down and shed all the big, you know, attributes around you, and just want to feel into the activity of lightness. And on that note, we need to go for our mini feature. Please, as much as possible, don't miss anything out today. It's all about you, it's all about your children, it's all about their well-being. And so we want you to stick around, okay? So, we'll be going for our mini feature. I will be right back with Joy to introduce the program and our guest.
Habits in children. What a great topic today. You know, most of parents have been a victim to not having healthy children eat properly, and that's because they feel junk is the only way to get out of certain things. You're being lazy to cook, and then you just feel like do snacks and it's over. And so we have a whole lot of children that seem healthy, seemingly healthy, but are truly not healthy. Today we will be discussing, last week, Thursday, we talked about eating habit generally, and we're talking about adults, and we're talking about, but today we are restricting it to children because the schools have resumed, and we want parents to have an idea of what proper meal is all about. We have our guest today in the studio. She's a practicing nurse and a care practitioner, healthcare practitioner, Afusat Oyi Suleiman. Good morning.
Good morning.
I got the name right. I tried, right? Good morning. Oyidamola. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you. Same here, ma.
Okay, now I would like us to start with what is proper balanced meal for kids. And I don't want us to go through the normal route of, okay, all the for children, what do you think is an ideal, seemingly simple meal but yet balanced for kids?
Yes, our children, let me start from babies, but they're also our children too. Let's start from 6 months. You know, some parents, from mothers, when they give birth to their child, they start with breastfeeding, which is exclusive for 6 months. After the 6 months, they're now introducing the children to normal meals. For example, maybe energy meals, like solids, like swallows,
Okay.
nutrients, vitamins, proteins. Children need protein, need nutrients in their food. Not always grain, like rice, only like pap. They need milk, they need egg, they need fish, they need banana, they need carrots for their eyes. They need banana, egg. It will help their brain. It will also help their skin too.
Okay.
They really need it. So we mothers, we need to take care of our children. Take time for them, as you said earlier. Not just prepare rice or pastas or those noodle stuffs. Add something to eat to supplement it for them. So that's what I can say for that.
Okay. Now, how do you know a child is overfed or underfed? You know, sometimes you feed a child to the extent that he starts seeing the signs all over. And how do you know that this child is malnourished, is not being fed properly?
Thank you. You know, it's good for mothers to watch our children, to know their sign. If they are crying, not all crying babies are hungry. It's maybe their diapers, maybe they are feeling sleeping or they want something else apart from food. We don't just give them food immediately. When we are training them up, we're supposed to know their signs, what they need. We are all mothers. When this baby start eating, they know maybe you want to drink water, it may be food, it may be anything. So when you now study your child, you know what the child needs at that particular time. Not every time, food.
Okay.
So, and the baby, they still have tiny lungs and their stomach is still small. So you try to, you should manage to try to give them at least small quantity of food. Not just bubble the food in the plate. We should learn them to be taking small at a time. Depends on their growing. You will now be administer it a little and a little more. If you are giving a child maybe rice as you wish, you can put a little, maybe a small spoon of the rice, you can put beans if you wish, or fish or banana. Plantain, sorry. So it is made the rice to be, it's not only grain that the child is taking. So it depends on the growth.
But like if you are feeding a child like maybe 3 months or even between 6 months and a year,
okay,
you see some parents measure the amount of spoon, to mix.
Is it their cereal or normal food?
The normal food and the cereal. How do you put that? Someone will tell you, I will have to put it, stock it down the throat, because you have some children who don't eat.
Yes.
I've seen it, and I have them around me. They don't eat, and so exactly. In those days, our parents will have to hold your mouth,
put them mad,
to give us like that by force, by fire.
Yes.
And now we have some of those children. Some of the nursing mothers of today may not be able to do such. So how do you help? Is there any particular way, apart from the way our parents then used to give us, is there any other way that has been, brought into light?
When they are still months old, in their cereal, there's a scoop there.
Yeah.
If a child is maybe 2 or 3 months, you can give a full scoop. A full scoop, you know the water, the feeding bottle has the meters there, you know how to measure for the child. Yeah. If the child is up to 3, 4, 5 months, it's beginning to be, he's growing. His breastfeeding will not be enough, but that's the best thing for them to take. It have some nutrients that they cannot get from the food, but because the food is preservative, you understand. So if their child is 6 months plus, you will use the scoop. The child is taking cereal, you need to use the scoop, follow the scoop. And depending on the size of the child may be fat or it's a very slim baby.
Child, yeah.
Or if you are giving normal food, you can match beans for them. If you don't want to give cereal, you can peel the beans, cook it with maybe oil or groundnut oil, a little pepper, and put crayfish to give the taste of fish. Match it. They give the child at least a little. That is why I said we mothers should watch our child you should know their sign, their eating habit. The more they can consume the food. Some child are gluten, they can eat a lot of food. While some are they take certain.
Okay, talking about kids that eat a whole lot.
Yes.
Now, should there be timing for kids? And I'm talking of kids from 1 year to 10. Some kids eat at varying intervals once they feel there. So should there be timing? Okay, at this particular time, it's this time for you to eat, or should we just allow them eat whenever they are hungry, or they feel like they want to eat something?
A child of 1 year, some are still breastfeeding. The best thing for us as a mother, breastfeeding is the first thing in the morning before we prepare the normal food for them. Okay, we now give the child normal food. After some hours if the child is crying, can introduce fruit to the child or water. It may not be food always. They will not be healthy. Water is life. We all need water. So after the breastfeeding in the morning, normal food around 12, the breast have digested, so they should take normal food. It may be milk and egg. I did that to my child too. I bleached together, I put milk and egg, and that is very nice. After that is water. Is water. When you don't even have blender, then you know how to squeeze the orange in a cup. You take away the seeds. Then use spoon to give the child.
Okay, can I ask this? A child from age 1, a baby like under 1 month,
Okay.
you give them breast milk.
Yes.
Some mothers will tell you, boy, he cries a lot. I don't think that breast milk is enough for, he's not holding his tummy. He's a boy. He needs to eat very well. He's a boy, so I need to stock his tummy. That breast milk, I cannot even eat.
No.
What's your advice to them? That's one. The second question is this. Can you give us the kind of meal we can come up with from 6 months if we want to start introducing the normal food to them from 6 months to like 1 year, because they are taking breast in between? Like, what meal can we give? We know we have amala, we have what are the meals? Can you mention those meals that can come? This one can come just like you said, in the morning they take a little bit of breast milk, you prepare for something for them in the morning, you start preparing them for morning, afternoon and evening. Can you just mention those meals? And that's my first question.
The first question goes to the mothers. Immediately we delivered our baby, we'll be hungry for them. It's just giving them cereal, like naan or those stuffs. It's wrong. 70% water in our breast milk. The first water in the breast milk is very good for our baby. So we need to give them, is more than, we need to take pap. Early in the morning pap, hot one with milk. You can take with maybe beans cake or with beans. It may be anything that you wish to. It may be fried fish or fried meat. So the pap can go easily with you. So when you take the pap, no matter how the breast will full now, the breast will full, and the baby will enjoy the breast. On health, maybe the mother go through maybe a CS process. So she don't have any strength to feed the baby. I can advise. Not immediately, that is it. But if you go through a normal deliveries, it doesn't matter. Your breast is full. Take a pap or a custard. It may be hot too. Let it be much, so it will be okay for you. Not really watery, a little thick and small. So it will hold it will be satisfied with it. Take it with the milk. It will be okay.
Okay, so
then a baby with
from 6
months
and a year.
That's when the work starts for we mothers.
Okay.
Now that the breastfeed, a 6 months baby, we try to let her to sit very well. After that, some babies are very fast. Maybe their mother, depends on the nature. They start about to be crawling or something. One, give them food. I've said it earlier. They need energy food.
Okay, like
they need swallow, maybe very soft semo. Then they give them with squash. Yoruba call it ewedu. Okay. They should put maybe a crayfish, the ewedu, so they have taste for the child. Or they should put any draw soup that they want, that they prefer. It may be okra. Okra it is iron. It may be ogbono. Okay. So it depends on the swallow, the draw soup that the parents prefer. It may be Yoruba call it eko.
Okay.
Agidi Igbo match it ahead. You can give the child too. Okay. Then amala too is okay. You see yam flour, that one too is okay. well, it will be a very small quantity.
Okay.
Not in a large, that the child will not be able to finish it and the rest will waste. That's why I said, watch your child. Know what they can take at a time. So if you are giving a child the swallow, that swallow food is energy food,
Yeah,
the child will have strength, not the cereal only. At that stage, the child will not be enough for the breast anymore again, but the child still need breast also. But that is the first food for them. When they are sucking, you know that what they used to do now.
Yeah.
Sometimes we will sweat as if they are eating pounded yam and vegetable.
They'll do the same thing with
There's a
that
blessing
too.
in the breast. That's why.
Okay, now
A lot of
let's talk about the ones that are grown up a bit. Let's talk about the ones that are grown up a bit. And now, how do we incorporate fruits into them? Because you have kids that you see once they are 1 year, the only fruit you see them enjoy most is orange.
Orange.
In fact, anything
They will eat
outside
the back,
that
everything.
is problem. No matter how you dice carrots and garnish with veggies and make their food wonderful, they are put off. In fact, some children will go as far as selecting the veggies. My son does that a whole lot, and he's 7. He will select the whole veggies and keep for you. In fact, he'll be telling you, don't put this particular one in my plate. You can give it to the sister. So how do we, because sometimes it's a problem to me, how do you incorporate it that they should make sure they eat it?
You mean the fruit or the fruit?
I mean the veggies that are incorporated into foods.
You know, we are now in civilized life. They need to blend. My husband blend this thing for us, banana, and I love the taste. He put granite. I was like, what did you blend for me? So just taste it. Say, wow. But I don't like banana much.
As in eating it.
I don't like it, auntie. I don't. But I love plantain. But now said, I will do it for you today. He blended and granite for me. My children was, Daddy, please blend it for us again. So since then, I advise my patient, the mother, I said, when your children are avoiding the fruits or the veggies, try to blend some for them. But let's say the weekend that you sit them down. Oh yeah, take. If you don't take, no goody for you. If you don't take, no cinema for you. The child will be forced to take it.
Okay.
That's true.
We are still talking about eating habits in children. We'll go on our word of marbles, and when we return, our guest is still in the house to give us more. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We've been talking about eating habits in children, and our guest is still seated. Please, the numbers displayed on the screen are for text messages. Do not call. Send in your text messages. Tomorrow is the due date to win recharge card. Do not forget, okay?
Do not forget, okay? It's still this question I want to ask Afusai Sulaiman. Now, you have the teenagers also. Sometimes you find our teenagers eating all manner of junks that comes their way.
Exactly.
In short, my own teen, it got to a stage, the only thing they want is spag, noodles,
That's pasta.
spag, noodles. In short, if you want to see them eat, you know, you make the like of semo, like you said, or you make amala, they know how to make it, but they rather want those easy, turn it
That's
with
laziness.
the fork. And
That's laziness.
how do you manage parents from age 8, let me
Yes,
say
ma'am.
8 or 7,
Okay.
to run through their children's meals so that they will, is it that you deprive them of those things that they want to eat for the ones you want them to concentrate on, or how do you run this?
A child of 8 years old, that's a big boy, a big girl. It's a
Yes,
grown-up
ma'am.
child.
Yeah.
So we need to introduce, we change their eating habit. They can take pasta, but it will not be always. That pasta, you can put veggies there, you can dish subsidiary carrots there to be easier for them to eat. Put crayfish, can put fish and egg. Don't forget to put egg for them. At least in a week, a child is supposed to take maybe 3 eggs in a week. It depends on the mother's pocket. To not be like, I cannot afford egg. Egg now 150 or naira for one now. And a mother that has 4 children, how can she cope? and she's selling petty something. So, and if you want to balance your child, their diet, try to put egg. If the child sees egg on his or her food, the child will take it. Or put fish for them there. They also need meat, but the egg is more important for them than the meat. Yes, they need egg. If you're cooking pasta for them, my children also eat pasta. I do eat too, but it's different thing. I don't eat Maggi at home. I don't. I eat garlic, ginger, and plenty of onions and water. My child can finish his water in let me say 3 minutes. Yes. He drinks a lot.
Water is good.
He drinks a lot. So if they're taking pasta, they can put crayfish for them to balance it for them. They can put carrot for them. They can put green beans. It depends on the parents. You know, it's not the child's fault. It's not the one that's providing for himself. The mother provides. Yes.
Now, you see, where I have an issue is with the teenagers is the fact that for most of them, yes, they understand that veggies are good. They are taught in school. And some of them, I think they eat based on influence on what they see other children eat in school, so they eat as influence. Now, there are some children that no matter how you put the veggies in their food, they will not eat it. And they will remove it and keep. I'm talking out of experience. My son will separate it for you. He will come back and tell you the importance of veggies.
You see?
Yes, but for him to eat it. So sometimes I will have to force him. Now, so sit down here and eat. Now talk about the egg. Now, you've said it that eggs are important and this thing. For somebody who is cooking and doesn't have so much and doesn't have crayfish or doesn't want to put crayfish. You know, some people don't like crayfish in their food because of the taste. I, for once, I don't see myself putting crayfish inside pasta. I feel it doesn't give me the...
No, if you grate it, if you blend it, you will not even see a grain.
So, because I don't like seeing it in my food.
Even soya bean.
So I have that issue. I don't like seeing it. Let me not just see it. I let me... So, now, how do you help such kids? And you truly want them to have a balanced meal. You truly want them, because I know there are parents out there that are suffering. That's why I see that some parents just say, please, I don't want to stress myself. Just take whatever you want and go. Just go. How do we help such parents out there?
You know, there's carrots everywhere, there's fruit, there's orange everywhere, there's banana everywhere now. If the child cannot eat veggies, at least every children love orange. If you cannot blend, I think you don't have blender in your house. It's our child. I mean, if I'm a teacher and I'm to teach a child to do homework, and he went the other morning, now auntie, I forgot to do my, I'll beat the child. So the next day, he will say, oh, mommy, my auntie beat me yesterday, I need to do my assignment too. That is it for them. Because we are the one that is teaching them. The one that is training them. We have to tell them what we want. If they don't want veggies, they don't want to see, my child will remove onions sometimes. It's at me too. Later I now blend with pepper, so they will not see the onions. The onions is that the thing is eating. No, what do you want again? And you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yes. If they can blend others, let's try another method for them too.
Okay.
So they love it. Orange, fruits, vegetables, egg, carrots. It's good for our kids. We're not giving them just
egg
food.
is good for our kids. So
I saw a mother this morning that bought pawpaw for our child that's going to school. What's the one with pawpaw?
what's the use? What's the
The
benefit?
benefit of the pawpaw? What is it?
It's just something to make the child love the mommy, you know. It's something to make the child love the mommy because made with flour and some other ingredients too. And granite oil. So I want to ask this. You know, egg is very expensive now. Egg. Oh, you egg, where art thou? Oh, you egg, we need more. The egg we used to buy, how much? Is now 3,000 to 2,008. 2,000. Please, egg, help us. Agriculture people, poultry farmers, they are trying sincerely. And I'll use this opportunity to please encourage our government to please pump more money into agriculture. food is what makes a nation. Yes, food. We need food. People need food. People are crying for food. And egg is very, very important. Yes, there's carrots. You can still, get carrots. You can get carrots of 100 naira, 200 naira. But egg, if you want to buy one egg, it will look tokolo like this. And do you know how much? 150, 200. Even to get a 100 naira egg is trouble. They will start adding something on top. But you don't blame them. They will tell you to advert and bring it down from the farm. But this is where I'm going. We have families that do not have what it takes to really give their children the balance of diets that they would have loved to. We know people, we are sure many people who are watching us will agree to this. We have families who would love to give their children, even though they cannot, flex everything, but at least to give them the balance of the diet. And yet they have limited resources, finances to put this together. How do we now help them? Elijah Hafusat, Nurse Hafusat. Now, I want you to just help me. Just state it. In the morning, you take this, you take this, you take this, even if you cannot take this. Some people don't have toaster at home. So what else? Yeah, we know of pap, we know of the bus. When you are waking up in the morning, you are very much in a hurry. So what other thing? Okay, I can just buy my bread and just apply butter. Those listeners, I just wanted to help us. So just help us in the morning, something like this. Boil garri together, put ekpa together, put this together. Go to school. In the afternoon, pack something in their lunch box. What are those things we can pack that will not tear our pockets? Like shikini. Then in the evening when we come back, say you eat in the morning like what? Like a prince or like a princess.
Eat in the morning like a king, in the
You
afternoon
understand?
like a prince,
in the afternoon you eat like a papa. When a proper person see ginger food, you go so I want you to help us with that. Just state it. That's why I need to explain it that way.
In the morning, our child can go for rice, the little beans, or they can prepare potato for them. That's even cheaper.
Sweet potato.
Yes.
Because Irish is expensive.
You can put oil. That's why I said we are the mothers. We need enough. It's not until our pocket is full. A potato is 500 naira. Can maybe 3 children in the morning going to school.
Yeah.
Because it will not be egg,
Light.
it will be stew, it will be oil, it will be anything for them to eat. It's also good for them. And it's energy food. Yes.
Yeah.
If they cannot afford maybe Bama, that is mayonnaise, it should maybe a little tea for the child. I have a child in my compound. Every morning is gala. And she's good to go. She's good to go. She will not even cry. A gala and the water. Say why? The one that said I'll put food in the lunch box for her.
So what?
Is that okay? Say, that is what she prefer eating in the morning. That shall save our mother's
Stress.
the stress of the going to the kitchen and preparing all those stuff. And pap is also good. They can maybe they can give them oats too, if they cannot afford. Or they can even soak tapioca at night. Before the morning comes, it's okay. Prepare it for them soft.
Nurse, the way you're saying it, it seemingly seems very easy to say. Like I wanted to talk about the child that you talk about, gala and water. How healthy is gala for breakfast? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's one thing we are avoiding. Because for a child to continuously take gala and water, the water is fine, but food has to be in the system.
Prepared.
Now, we are living, let's be realistic, we are living in a very busy society, and parents are busy struggling to make ends meet. It's very easy. You know, sometimes somebody said that cereal is the fastest way to give kids. And it's not just about giving them any kind of cereal. You have to put milk to make it. And when you're even talking about milk, there has to be a certain quantity of milk to give that. Because the sachet, the cell out there is nothing. I see it as just dust, as powder.
Yeah.
So if you want rich milk, it's quite expensive. So now, you know, I do think that it's ideal that the food you prepare for them for lunch, that you put in their lunch box, should be rich enough so that they can have some in the morning before they go. Before they go. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's assume you've talked about, now potatoes are even expensive. 500 naira potato, how many? 3? Just 3, 4. Where I stay, it is.
No, it should be more than. It should be more in your border.
It is. It is. I've bought it.
So it can't
so
be
now, tell me how many? You see big ones 3. They'll tell you 500. Okay, let's take that for instance. Now you're having potato in the morning with, let's say you've matched your stew, or you have your tomatoes and egg sauce and you share. At least parents should do that enough so that they can have that for breakfast and also for lunch, to save us this whole.
You can't eat it in the morning and eat it in the afternoon.
My question is this: those children that go to school with their food and return the food back, there are some kids like that. The way you give them their food is the way they'll take it to school and bring it back to you. How do you deal with such children? How do you deal with such children? How do you, because I've seen mothers that have really tried to make sure they have children that eat, but some kids naturally, they don't like food. Are there supplements, are there things that mothers could supplement so that we don't have malnourished kids? Because we are talking about eating habits so that we'll have healthy children. So are there things that if you have your child, if you notice your child is this type that doesn't like eating, is there something you can do to supplement that will make that child eat and still be healthy? Okay, welcome back from that break. We are still talking about eating habits in children. And before we went on that break, the nurse was trying to talk about kids that have issues eating. You know, you give them food for lunch and they return the same food to you, you know. And we've had parents had to force their kids. Now, nurse, for such children, for us to make them healthy, how do we, are there supplements, are there things they can take to supplement their eating habits?
Let me start from a child of a year old. The mother needs to deworm the child.
Okay.
In some cases like that, it may be warm. It happens to adults too. When they eat, immediately they eat, they go to the toilet or they vomit their food, which is very wrong. When a child eats with a balanced diet, they say that, mommy, my chest is doing me somehow, I feel to throw up. So after throwing, what else? Nothing again. So from a year old, after a year, we need to administer warm pills for our child, maybe syrup on a tablet for our child from a year. So at least you'll be giving them 3 months because of what they are eating. So then if a child is going to school and bringing back the meal, which is not good, we have supplement. There is something that we call Kid Guard for kids. Child that can't eat, they can't drink, even water, the child cannot be able to drink water. So I don't like water. Some will say, I don't want egg. As you said earlier, they don't want onions in their food. They don't want maybe green bean, anything that is even on their food, they don't want. They will eat the food and pack their side. So you have a supplement for them. The supplement, it will nourish their brain, to work for their brain, their skin, their eyes, their eating habits. It will let them to drink more water, to encourage them to take more water, to help their brain, their ability, the skill stuffs, be able to eat up with their mates in the class. Because if you are not eating very well, we said egg is good for our child, it helps their brain, it helps their skin. And the child is not eating egg, what do you want to give the child again? We killed meat, you cannot give a child a big meat. You like to cut. I saw a mother, she have 3, I said it earlier before. She cut the egg for our children. There are 3 going to school. She cut a egg for them. That's not enough. But they need the egg more than we adults. They need egg more than we, because it works for their brain, to nourish their brain. So if the mother cannot afford to get the egg, as we said earlier, the fish is also good. Because they need proteinous food, they need nutrient food. So if they get the kid guide, it helps them to boost their children's immune system. Because if the immune is low, the child will not be able to eat sometimes. It depends on the immune.
Okay.
So we need to know our child blood group and the genotype. So
Okay.
we know that our child very well. Maybe it's the immune that is disturbing the child. Whenever the immune is low, the child will not be able to eat.
Anything.
Yes.
But some believe if your child is not eating or vomiting, maybe it's as a result of deworming. You know, when you don't deworm them every 3 months, at least that is expected help, really. Some believe it affects the children. How true is this?
It's true.
Okay. Now, what of giving your children chocolates? How good is chocolate to their health? Does it have any contribution? Some will say it's good for the brain. How good is that?
They just have the sugar. You know, we need sugar. Yes, children need sugar. They don't have,
Not in excess,
not
but
in
at
excess, that's
least
right. They
moderate.
don't need to take sugary something, salty something, fat something. They don't need it. Fat something. They don't need it. There are some child that is a little bit tiny, and when they run tests on the child, the fat on him on her will be more than the person that has a
Chubby.
big size. It depends on what the child is eating. Some can be fat, they're not healthy, and some will be tiny, they'll be healthy and strong, because what they'll be giving them from their child, from their baby, till they grow, till they that puberty age. So that is it. And that kid that will support the normal child growth and development. The kid that will also help them to, maybe if they start to be walking or crawling, parent, we need to monitor our child. When they are crawling, they easily pick something on the floor to their mouth,
Yes.
and they contact germs. So we need to take care of them too. Remember our environment, maybe with Dettol, anything. Remember when the child started crawling, their clothes easily to their mouth. They put their hand in their eyes. They put their hand in their mouth. They put in their mouth too.
So
you
you need to
guys
watch out
concerning
for
germs.
all
Yes.
this.
Nurse,
you very
while
much.
we
It's
wrap
so
up,
good to-
let's talk about the ones that seem they are now adults, the teens that feel like they can decide
On their own.
on their own what to eat, and we know that those class of teens are fond of eating junk food. They are fond of eating all the pizzas, the ice creams, this. Now, if you have a teen who is fond of snacking on those things, now how do you incorporate a good eating habit in that teen? And I'm talking of a teen now, we are not talking about babies or toddlers or
They can eat pie. In particular, I don't like pizza, and my children will not eat it. But it's what I eat, they will eat.
But some will tell you because you don't like it doesn't
doesn't
you
mean the
shouldn't
kids
eat
should not have it.
it. They will tell
Or
you
let me
that's
put it
what-
this way: is there a
people
time
are
that you can
used
say,
to
okay,
it.
you know what, this period you can allow them eat it? If it's once in
Yes.
in a week, once
It should
in
not
this
be a
thing, it shouldn't be a
consistent-
consistent
That's what I'm
thing.
saying. So I don't. If they request, I do give them.
Okay.
But normally, I don't introduce them. We eat our normal food in our house, in my house. So if my child now come there, mommy, please, I need pie. I'll pie. Did you take pie last week or last 3 weeks? Okay, you can go for it. No, it's
Okay.
different. We eat bread, not always. Yes. So
Okay.
bread is also a junk food, and it can cause cholesterol for a child, including the mother too. So if you are telling your child to eat, you train them. I said you train them from their child before they even get to that state that will be now selecting
Okay.
food for you.
Let's take your final word on that note. So I want you to just give us in 30 seconds your final word of advice to parents out there.
Parents, if our baby is over 6 months, we need to introduce the energy food to them, like solid food, swallow. To be any swallow that you prefer, with a draw soup, so the baby will be able to swallow it very well. Water is life. Teach them how to drink water. Water is very good for our babies, including we mothers. And if the child is still breastfeeding, give the child breastfeeding in the morning, breast in the morning. After some hours, now prepare their normal food. Not the breast, though the breast cannot okay them, but the breast is still good for them, or what the breast contains. Do you understand? So now, if your child is going to school, give them let me say, we should give them fruit when they're going to school. any food that you need that you can, it can be banana. Say you want 2 pairs of banana or 1 pair of banana. Orange. They should also include calcium food for them. They need calcium. It helps their bone. They can play in the skin, they surround them, particularly injure themselves. Maybe they have fracture on their leg or their hand. But if the child is full with calcium, enough calcium, so that egg, banana, iron food, they will be very strong. It's not like my baby is fat, my baby is thin. I'm not talking about stature here. But we need our child to be balanced diet, to preserve their take care of what they are taking. All this preservative food, if you stop them, be delicacy food, we go to eatery always. Give your time chance. Wake up early, do your child. It will be pack up and milk in the morning before going to school. They give you 2 slices of bread with your butter on it. They are good to go.
Thank you very much. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much, Safusato Idamola Sulaiman. It's another beautiful episode. I just want you to know one thing. Eat healthy. When you eat healthy, it will be easy for your children to also eat healthy. Let us stop packing all those junks and too much biscuits, in their bags and sweets, all because we want to keep them quiet and not to trouble us. Okay, so if you have any question or you want to reach out to Nonso Idamola with our own item of children's mixture and all that, you can always reach out to us. I will get across to you. And don't forget, my name is Remain Olori Adejoke Adobe David, and I'll hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, yes, that's the end of Healthy Thursday on Family and Values. Tomorrow, the weekend is upon us. Tomorrow it's Friday, and it's going to be, thank God it's Friday, where you get to win your recharge cards. Please, the numbers displayed on your screen are for text messages. Send in your questions, whatever question you have to ask in any area of our discussion from Monday all the way to Thursday. And we'll have our guests seated to answer all your questions. Please, we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Tell a friend to tell another friend to like, to follow us. We are giving you premium content. Please don't listen alone. Share with someone so that we reach out to a lot of families who need to hear this. Thank you very much for being our guest on Family and Values today. My name remains Joy Abu. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.